beginning to really connect and build an audience over time is going to help you have something to sell easily to people who have already begun to get to know you. So we do have to get comfortable uh, on social media. And I run into a lot of tutors who are like, yeah, I don't do that social media thing. Like, well, don't think about doing that social media thing for people that you know necessarily. Think about doing that social media thing for your business, right? But to engage with people, not to just spam your services to people. Because nobody likes to be spammed, right? Like nobody likes to go into their inbox. That's why there's an entire spam box, right? And you look in that spam box, you're like, holy cow, like thank goodness I don't have to see that every single day because my Gmail like filters it out, right? Because nobody enjoys it. Everybody hates it. It has an icky feeling. You don't want people feeling like that about you and the services that you have to offer. So you want to engage with them in an authentic manner.
Thank you for that. But I was also thinking, how do you engage with people? Is it like maybe you do a webinar? Because okay, I understand now that you are dealing with people that are coming from different parts of the world, while you are somewhere there in one city, and this is actually, I repeat again, is the best thing of this time. But how do you do it? You do live programs with them, or you do a kind of a training program that you make available for them to access. Can you say anything about that?
Yeah, so I do live and I have a hybrid model with a lot of the programs that I have created where there's a video version of the program and there's like a live call that they get with me. There's a live call that they get with the coaches so they can really be led step by step to help guide them exactly where they're at and help them reach their specific goals. I have some programs that I've created where it's just video content that they get to follow. But I do find that people get better results when they have accountability. So connecting them with another person, whether it's an accountability partner or a coach that can help guide them, because we can take a look at these video courses, right? And we can kind of watch all of the stuff that's in the video course, but we can completely implement it incorrectly. And we don't know because we don't have anybody guiding us or telling us, right? So I do like a hybrid model. I do have some courses that they are very simple or simplistic and people could follow them, step by step and be able to follow that process. And other things just take a little bit more time to learn. So then I have that hybrid model available for them to make it possible with their take their tutoring business to that next level.
Mhm. I think one thing that a lot of people deal with, okay, this is something that I also find here among some of our audience here. It's about the marketing of their online training program, and of course,
Mm,
you did touch it before, but I want you to reinforce those lines again.
yeah.
What do you think they should do? Those that are creating maybe program for the first time, how should they go about the marketing? Because if you don't market it, nobody's going to know that you even have those things there.
Exactly. Yeah. You want to start thinking about where are your strengths. Start with what you're already good at. For me, that was video. I shined in video. So YouTube was my go-to spot where I would be building my audience because I could invite people to come onto a live stream. I could create individual videos that they could begin watching that led them to a next step to take action that I wanted them to take. I can create I can create an email list, right? I have to think about if I'm really strong with writing, then blogging might be the place where I start. If I hate my face being on camera, but I feel pretty confident in talking, then podcasting might be the place where I start off. So you really want to think about where do you shine? Some people are really good at visually telling stories with images using Canva, and then Instagram begins to be like their number one platform because they can share these incredible, you know, like images that kind of lead people into the next call to action and grow their audience then on Instagram. So you want to start thinking about how can I build my audience? Where are my strengths? Where should I start? Right. And then how can I dive deeper into learning everything that I possibly can? we are graced with the awesome opportunity to turn on YouTube and learn how do people do that. Or I can open on up and read blog posts about how do I get better at blogging. And then I can join a course that's going to help me get better at that specific thing, right? So I can just get started and grow my audience. And then I can start thinking about, okay, what do I need to improve so I can get better at that? Find books, find different podcasts, find YouTube videos that will help you take control of your own learning so that you can get better at that one skill. You don't necessarily need to start in all of those places, right? I don't need to be on YouTube and Instagram and podcasting all out in the beginning, because what's going to happen is I'm not going to get good at any of those things. And I'm going to be left disappointed when I have crickets and nobody responding to any of my stuff. So, really start engaging and growing an audience on a platform that you feel most confident with: blogging, podcasting, or video. Figure out what would your strength be and begin building and growing your audience from that platform.
Thank you so much for that. That is
Yeah.
very, it's vital. That is very vital.
Yes.
All right. Another thing I think it is important in the online business environment, it is important now. I think it's been important even in the past, is limited belief that sometimes some people have, even though they are there online. So they don't really, they have some kind of self-defeating mindset against themselves. So this way they don't manage to excel. So because you are a coach, you are an online coach, I don't know if it is something you do see sometimes that people complain about, or maybe sometimes they don't even know that they have it. Can you share anything with us
Yes.
on that?
All the time. We have most of the thoughts inside of our head. 80% of the thoughts in our head are negative. If we don't learn how to turn those thoughts around, they will control us and lead us into depression and anxiety. And so that is exactly what I deal with my the clients who find me when it comes to online tutoring. They don't know that these thoughts exist and how they are holding them back. They think the only thing they need to learn is how to get students. Now, if I led with, did you realize that 80% of the thoughts in your head are negative and you'll never be successful because of them and you need to learn how to turn them around? People would be like, "Oh, that's bogus," and not really
It's true,
understand
eh?
it and never move forward with me. So I always start with like, "Hey, I'm going to teach you how to be able to get clients." And then throughout my entire program, I have embedded this whole thought process, imposter syndrome, right? Every single tutor has imposter syndrome. I'm not sure if I can close the gap as quickly as other tutors can. Other tutors have more experience than I do. I'm too old to really get started in doing this. Like, all of these negative thoughts will hold you back if you don't deal with them appropriately, right? And so I help them learn, how can I turn that thought around so that it serves me in my business and doesn't hold me back? Because one of the biggest things I hear people say is people don't want to pay a lot of money for kids that are young for tutoring. They'll do it for the older kids, but they won't do it for the younger kids. And I'm like, but that's not true. I'm making $100 an hour teaching kids who are 4 years old how to read. So how can it be that I can charge that but nobody's willing to pay that? That doesn't make sense. So we have to change that around too. I need to learn how to market. I am learning how to market to my ideal client so they see enough value in my services and want to move forward with me. We also have to change the thought into an I am statement. I am attracting people who want to pay what I'm worth for my services. And when we start stating it that way and we start turning those thoughts around, those are thoughts that can serve us. A lot of times, though, that little negative Nancy likes to come on out to play, and she will say things like, "Ah, nobody wants to pay you what you're worth." And you have to say to that little voice when it comes on up, "I'm choosing not to listen to you today," and restate the positive statement. Those positive affirmations are going to serve you inside of your business and help you take you further. Every single one of those negative thoughts is going to hold you back from getting the success that you were meant to have.
That is so interesting. It's so interesting because, like you said, it is all the time,
Yeah.
all the times. Those self-believing and self-sabotaging mindset is rolling around in the business area. Maybe
Yeah.
that is also why a lot of businesses start and only very few are succeeding. All right, now, how can people connect with you? You spend all this time helping people to understand what you do and how they can also do it for themselves. Maybe some of them want to do business with you. I don't know. You have training program out there. I don't know. You have a book there that you are selling. Yes, use a few seconds to promote yourself. Go ahead.
Sure. So you can find me at onlinetutorcoach.com. And if you add a backslash 50, you will find out 50 plus ways to be able to get online tutoring students. And I also have a book. So if you go to onlinetutorcoach.com backslash book, you will be able to find my book, How to Start an Online Tutoring Business, where I show you from start to finish how you can start making 4 to 5 figures a month, being able to bring in those clients that you love working with.